How's your weather? Ours is pretty good out.
Except it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, but the sun's shining anyway. Matter of fact, the whole last week it's been pretty cold. And it snowed down in South Mountain, which is how far?
About 5 miles.
About 5 miles down. It's considered inside Phoenix, and it's the first time in 3 years that it's snowed that close in. But yeah, it's the only thing we've gotten. It's just a little sleet on the window in the morning, huh?
Yeah, frost. But it got down to 29 or so.
Yeah. It's been snowing all around in the higher elevations. Is where it's pretty close to us, but yet it's high. So it's been snowing there. In Prescott, they say the skiing's real nice for a few more weeks anyway.
Except all the roads are closed, but it's going up there.
You can't drive up there. I wonder if you got our postcard. When was it? On their semester break was the 1st to the 6th. This week was the semester break, So one day I went ahead and took off work and we drove down to Nogales, which is how far?
Yeah.
200 miles?
Almost 200.
Yeah, almost 200 miles, and we spent a day down there shopping. And he won't talk. He says that I do quite a bit of talking, so I may as well do all the talking. But we went down, and we didn't go into the proper, there's the main part of town where most of your tourists go to do their shopping, and then if you get off on the side streets, there's other shopping stores. But the ones off the main street doesn't talk English. So you have this problem of communicating with them, and their prices are so different. They're marked in dollars. However, like I was checking about a pair of shoes down there, and it said something like $167 or something. And I finally, 3 of them I went through, and none of them could speak English. So finally this one young fellow, about 16, 17, came out, and he could talk just enough that he might understand me, so that he could tell me. And he, I think, said they were $10.
American money.
Yeah, our money.
It's marked 160
in their money. So we thought, well, boy, if this is how you're going to have to do your shopping, we should go someplace that we're going to have to get somebody to help. So then we found the main part of town, and some of them speak English a little bit more fluently, and most of their merchandise is marked in our money. But golly, everything's so cheap down there. If I could save up enough money, I'd like to go back and do all my Christmas shopping down there. I'd save half price, wouldn't I?
Guys come up to you on the street, and they have watches in their hand. They offer to sell you watches right on the street. They try to get you to buy them.
And jewelry too, yeah.
Everybody tried to get us to trade our dog off for something.
Yeah.
Wanted to know if we wanted to trade our dog. So next time we go down, I think we're going to pick up a bunch of stray dogs, put them on the end of a leash, and trade them off.
And get something for them. I'm still working for pennies. I think I wrote you a letter telling you that. But I'm looking because I still don't want to work there any longer than I have to, but the jobs won't open up for a couple more months. But I'm still looking anyway.
Going to go see about real estate.
Yeah.
Job.
They train you, but the only problem is I think it's 2 months that you'll be trained, but you don't make any money all this time, and then you get your license, and then you can sell. So I figure probably about 2 or 3 months before we'd be making any money. And unless we could figure a way that we could manage, I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. But once I got in it, gee, it sure would be nice money. Tell me about all your new classes in school.
Well, I got my design course. It's a 4-hour class, and let's see, after it, I've got a lecture. It's on architecture, different types, and different things, and all this math. And then I've got a math course. After that, architecture, math, and then history. So I'm at school from 8:40 until 3:30 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then Tuesday and Thursday I've got fundamentals in architecture and on English. And on Tuesdays I've got a phys ed class. It's advanced swimming and diving. That'll be fun.
He had to buy a brand new drawing board and a T-square for school because the one we had isn't large enough. So that's always good news, plus his books. But I figure in another month we should finally be all through with all these unnecessary expenses, I should hope. Figuring our income tax, our driver's license, our car
trailer
tax,
license,
trailer tax. Just don't know anymore. I mean, every time we turn around there's an expense. I guess that's how it always is. We're just learning.
The sound in the background, if there's any, is a pressure cooker.
I'm cooking beans for supper. I'm going to make him eat them, too. He says he doesn't like them, but he's willing to try it. So, well, I thought beans are real nice and inexpensive. So, tonight we'll have bean soup. And tomorrow night we'll have fried beans. And the next night we'll have baked beans. And the next night we'll have chili and beans. Because I put 2 cups in the bottom and soaked them overnight. And they've blown up so much that we'll have beans to last us. And I only used 2 cups and I still got the rest of the package. So he's going to have to like them. Right?
Yeah.
You can eat it? Huh? Oh, we received your Valentine's today. See, today's the 12th of February. And we received your Valentine's and we appreciate them. I'm sorry I didn't get around to getting Valentine's out. I just don't even think about things like that. But we do appreciate you thinking of us anyway. I haven't written letters to anyone either. My mother written me quite regularly, and I haven't answered, so she may not answer me anymore after this. I just haven't written to anyone. I received a letter from my sister today, and she was supposed to have her baby the 10th of February, and she's still waiting, so I don't know what about. How long?
I was going to say it bounced against the table. This tramp wants to wrap.
Yeah.
Right.
I like this mostly coffee. Now there. The brown apple. Was there anything done that was just anything new happened to us? The same boring routine? Not really boring. There's just nothing.
I found another lake close by.
Yeah.
That makes 4 great big lakes.
Yeah, I don't like this lake as well. I mean, as far as to spend a day out because it's not as large. I think my favorite is Sandy Spruce Lake. Which one is it?
Canyon Lake.
Canyon Lake. It's got boating and swimming.
It's real low though.
Yeah. Well,
Went down.
all the lakes are low.
Yeah. We went up there 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And where we'd been swimming, diving off these rocks, the water was completely down.
Drop what?
Dropped out
Yeah,
10 feet or so.
I never realized that water would drop like that.
Well, at least now we know that we're diving into a safe place. There's no
Yeah.
rocks down there we can see.
Because we went and walked all over to where we'd been diving in, and
There were more tennis shoes there than you've ever seen. I think kids jump off those rocks or dive off of them with their tennis shoes on. whole mess of tennis shoes down
Lots
there.
of tennis shoes, none of them were any good. And we found
Bathing suits, I think the
bathing
kids lost their bathing suits.
and 2 or 3 pairs of jean shorts that they probably weren't swimming in and ended up losing.
They try to dive off those real high rocks. Guess the
They don't make it.
force of the water.
I was talking to a man though, he said that this is the lowest that these 3 lakes, see it's ruled by a dam. And they'll fill it up again, you know, let the dam water go through to fill it up. So it should be the normal, I think. But he said this is the lowest he has seen it in how, 3 or 5 years?
But each lake feeds the other one. The 3 are lined up. What's the first? Roosevelt is the highest lake, and its dam holds the water back, and then they let so much water through to Apache Lake. Apache Lake lets so much water through to Canyon Lake.
And Canyon Lake's my favorite.
I don't know what Canyon Lake must help supply the irrigation ditches and the water supply of Phoenix.
Canyon is the closest to us in this chain, and it's got everything. It doesn't have much shade. Now that is one disadvantage. The Canyon and Apache and Roosevelt, none of them have too many trees.
Saguaro Lake, though,
That's
that new one.
Saguaro. Yeah, it's got more trees, but it doesn't have much of a lake. So,
Much of a swimming
no much. No,
area,
yeah.
but the lake.
So if you don't mind the sun, I mean that's still pretty Canyon. Well,
We got at Navy this weekend.
yeah.
Had it not last weekend, weekend before, because of a special ABC warfare team was there, so we had to have it this week, the regular meeting.
It's preparing for their annual big inspection though.
Next month, big inspection.
Yeah. So this, when we had a sweep clean, so it passed it, but if all the fellas pass this semester, or this semester, I'm thinking of school, if all the fellas pass this inspection this weekend, real good, then they meet on a Saturday in about 2 or 3 weeks. Then if they all pass real good, then they'll wear the greens to the Saturday meeting, and then the final inspection is in another 2 or 3 weeks from that Saturday. So it's really keeping me busy with the reserves anyway. Did you say you can get paid extra for it today?
Yeah, I think so. 1 extra day next month. I guess
Yeah.
we get paid for it.
Telephone. We'll record later.
The telephone call was our insurance guy, auto insurance. He wanted our serial number on our Arizona driver's license, but we haven't gotten back yet
Yeah.
because we just took it about a week or 2 ago. They hadn't sent our license to us yet.
At least we finally did get our driver's license, though. We won't get picked up for not having an Arizona driver's license. I was supposed to have had mine the minute I started working.
Yeah.
So if I'd been stopped, I would have really gotten fined for it. And then when we changed the tags in the car, Larry should have had his. So we were going quite a while at a risk. So we finally got that taken care of. Didn't do much better.
Yeah, it cost us $2.50 a piece to take in here, and the written test wasn't hard.
25 questions, I think.
And the driving part, the guy got in, and well, we had our Missouri license stapled to his form that he was supposed to fill out, and he took us around about a 4-block area, and that was it. Didn't really have to do anything. You just back road driving. There wasn't even traffic. Well, about 2 blocks it was on a street where there were traffic lights, and that was
Yeah,
it.
but that was a busy day. That's why I rushed
Yeah,
through.
it's probably having our license before, not being beginners.
Beginners, they give a rougher test. I think they make you park and back up.
Yeah.
But we've been told, you know, that they had made their driving test much more difficult. And if this one was difficult, I sure would have liked to seen the one that wasn't very difficult, but that would have been next to nothing, I'm sure. So at least we got that taken care of. Oh, we got our pictures put on it, too.
Yeah, they have, it's kind of like an ID card too. You have
Yeah.
your photograph on it. And, we got some new and different cactuses in our yard. They're paddle cactuses. Well, they're either paddle cactuses, beaver tail cactuses, pancake cactuses,
A polka dot.
or polka dot cactuses. They're all called, well, there are different ones, different kinds like that. They look like little paddle cactuses. We found out a couple of them we had in our yard. They're called jumping cactus. They're, when the wind blows, well, the whole stem of them will break off, and the wind can just kind of blow them through the air, and they'll hit people. And when they stick on you, they're stuck. Because this one guy was telling us how this woman had one hit her on the hand, and so when they pull it off, it just took all the skin where it was stuck right there, took it all off the hand. And we had to dig them up and throw them away because we found out from this neighbor that they were against the law to dig up and plant. So
I said it was a $500 fine
Yeah.
if someone's hurt by them and they're found in your yard. Because it's supposed to be really dangerous, especially out in the desert. They call them jumping because some people will swear that they jump. But they say it doesn't take any more wind than just to walk past it to cause it to fly up and catch you. And they're like a fish hook, isn't it?
yeah, no, these aren't like a fish hook. These are straight.
Well, yeah, but when they get in your skin, they're hooked. And that's why when you pull
They
them
go
out,
deep, because I had one or two, just the thorn part in my finger, and I had one, I knew I had a thorn right in my knuckle, and I couldn't get a hold of it. So after a while it festered up, and I pulled it out, the thing was about a quarter of an inch long, just in the knuckle of my finger. So, well, getting pretty close to the end of it.
so we'll finish the other